How's it going, everybody? I hope you're all doing very well, because today, here in the world, I am doing very, very well. I've gone ahead, I've done some good old planning, getting some good stuff done today, and we have got a very, very cool episode ahead of us. Right now, I'm on my way from the opposite side of the town that we never ever see. Look at this. Look at that. It's starting to look cool. And in fact, I want to start touching this side at some stage, but that's for the future. For today, we're actually doing the exact opposite. We're going as far away that way as possible, and we're not going to necessarily be building just yet. Today, we're going to be doing a little bit of adventuring, and for a very, very good cause, a very important cause. You know, we don't just go around the world for no reason. There is an important reason for it. And that is that I need to show you guys where we're going to be building in the next place. And I also want to map out an area so we can kind of explain as we go and we can see what's going on with what we do. So I was on my trip right now to go and get more leather. And I really do regret not getting a leather farm before this. Let's go 12. I think 12 maps would do what we need to do. But I really regret not doing a cow farm, because by the time I actually make one, I probably won't even need it anymore. And also, yes, I do realize they are all very, very low. Now, quickly, I have to show you something, which I promised you in the end, at the end of the last episode. A library front with complete L for library, and that is all. Look at that. Looking so, so good. And in fact, today we will be doing a little bit of building. And I think we're going to sort this thing out once and for all. And not completely, but you'll see what I mean. It'll be satisfying by the time we're done with it. But yeah, that's looking real good. I guess I should also just show you inside. Welcome to my library. Grab a book and sit around. But in fact, a cool little story with that is that a librarian, the only librarian, has been the only villager to walk in and out of that place. And it seems like they're actually picking it up as though it is a building for them to go into. So that is very, very cool. Now, what I was saying is we're going to be moving on to a new area. And I was speaking to you guys about that last episode, about where we're going to be building and what we're going to be doing. And a lot of people had a lot of different thoughts on the kind of village that we're going to be going for, the pirate village. And I think this over here is a good place to kind of introduce my grand plan, my grand idea for, at least for the beginning of this world, of where I plan on building our kingdoms and our everything we're going to be building. And I think it's going to be a rather cool idea. So let's get starting with our mapping. So first things first, clear out this stuff from our inventory. I think the only thing we could, I've just done a loop there. The only thing we actually need is probably that. The rest of it is not too important. We'll grab that there and we will go and do our very first map, which I want to be on the corner of where we are going to be mapping out. So let's go, bam. What do we got? We got to go out that way. So actually, I'll get a boat. I'll get a boat for that. So what we want to do here is we want to map this area out so that I can show you exactly what we are looking at and where we are and all that sort of stuff. So I can explain stuff. So let's go south. Bam, new map, of course. And then we'll go out this way, and we'll just keep going like this. And I'm trying to do them in the lowest resolution, or the highest resolution, I guess, realistically. The highest resolution maps that we possibly could, because that means we can put them together and have a real good looking map wall. So I need to go out here and please tell me I got a new map. I did. Fantastic. So that should be enough for me to show you what I'm doing. So let's get out of here. Fantastic. And all that cow farming was done for a very, very good reason, because this is actually going to be my very first time doing this. 1, 2, 3, 4. How good is that? Man, I love it. I love this new little feature. It's actually probably one of the coolest things I've seen in a very, very long time in this game. And I've seen some pretty cool things recently. Not that either. That there. Beautiful. Look at that. So we'll go ahead and we'll map this area out. I think we'll probably need like 5 across, maybe 6 across. And then we can come back and I want to show you exactly where we are looking to build here and what I plan on doing with this. But we'll keep going on that. Actually, I should probably be smart and take myself this one here, so I know where I am. So where I am. There we go. So we'll just keep going across, and we'll fill out the whole map. Now, I was thinking about something really, really cool, and I'm not even sure if this is possible, and I'm sure there's some people out there that know a lot more about this subject than me, but I was thinking about a really cool little idea of when I was busy playing. In fact, I can do this. Yeah, I can do that, then it doesn't take up a whole screen. I was playing on my streams recently in a hardcore world, which was just a temporary measure until my world works in 1.13. My old world, which I'm using for streaming, will be working 1.13. But I decided in the hardcore world that a really cool thing, at least for me, for playing in like the most hardcore mode as possible, would be to always have to sleep with a full stomach, so hunger haunches all the way up, and also, oh no, I've just duplicated a map. I'll just drop one so I never have to use it again. That sucks. I should have known that. That was a bit silly of me. I should have known what I was doing there. But yeah, hunger haunches all the way filled up, and also, in fact, I think I've duplicated that map as well. Dang it. Come on, Jansey. What are you doing, man? Fall asleep in the game here. But yeah, that and also having a fire within a few blocks of you. So it's as if you have to always go to bed with a full stomach and warm. I think that was a really cool little thing to do. And I'm not too sure if you can actually make it with a data pack now. And this is why I say some people will probably know better than me. But make it with a data pack. So you have to, if you want to sleep, you have to be either indoors, so in an enclosed area, which would be quite a difficult thing to do, but it would be cool. Or have a warm fire next to you, and you can sleep out in the warmth. I thought that would be a really cool thing, at least for a rule. So if ever I do a hardcore series again, because I did end up dying, yes. That was kind of weird. But I did end up dying. But either way, it was a good time. So I definitely think I'll be doing that again in the future, and playing through a proper hardcore world again. It's just, there's something so good about the game. You move so slow, which it's really, really different moving slow through the game, which is kind of like what we're doing now, in fact. And the other thing is also just the fact that you end up, actually, I think I'm not going to have enough maps. You end up feeling like you knew in the game, you know, everything feels as though you're gonna die at any second. That's at least what I always felt when I started this game, is I always felt in the very beginning of Minecraft like I did not know what I was gonna do, and I was gonna starve to death, or I was not gonna know how to find anything. So I think that's what I really love about it. Actually, where is the sun? I think the sun's actually all the way down there. I'm probably gonna have to go do some of that sleeping soon. I hope I can get through, actually. Oh wait, I've got my bed there. We're good. But I hope I can get through this map making fairly quickly, because I've got some building to do. This is our temporary map room, and by the way, I am absolutely loving having maps on the ground in 1.13. How cool is that? So where we were just right then was right around on this island over here. I went ahead, carried on exploring, got the whole thing done. It was actually not that bad, and it did take me a few more than 12. As you can see, that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 on the first 2 rows, a little bit there, a little bit there. But we got it done in the end. And what I was thinking about, and this is kind of cool just so you guys can know what we're talking about. And as I say, this episode's not about building, it's more about just the general episode of just general stuff that we're going to be doing, and then a bit of building as well, because I want to just get ahead of stuff. Whoa, what's the hurry? What's the rush all about? Oh, that's what the rush is all about. Okay, I will sleep, so you guys stay safe. And what I was saying there is that big island, which it's a fairly sizable island, 5 maps across. What's that? That's I don't even know if it's 16 chunks in a map or what, but it's a fairly large area, but it's not too large that we will be not able to fill up that island. So here is my plan. So we were talking about different things we can put on in this world, and what I would like to do is have a large amount of them on this island with a main either volcano in the middle, or a big kingdom in the middle, or a castle, or just something like that would be so cool. So we can go around from here. We could have this bay where we could, by the way, I'm not so sure even if that is the bay we're going to be using, but we could have that little area there with our pirate cove. We could even use this up here, or this big area here. And the thing I really like about this big area over here is it's got the warm ocean water, because the coral is just off to that side there. So that could be something. And also this little piece here looks very, very, very cool. Did I just see something move across there? I could have sworn I saw a name tag. That is kind of freaky. It was probably just a particle, but that freaks me the hell out. That does. Now, the next thing is, because of course, when we build, we tend to focus on building a library, or building a bedroom, or building something, and we don't focus about the things around it. You know, we don't, well, at least I know I'm guilty of it, and I know a lot of you guys are guilty of it too. You know, you want to see a particular thing built, like like what we can say, a tavern, a library, as I say. Now, the most important thing to building stuff is the stuff around it. And that is what I'm going to be adding in today. I'm going to be adding in the stuff that surrounds what we are doing. And in fact, this is going to be, I think, one of the things that is going to really show what this place is about. And probably the most character that this place will be coming from today. And I am preparing to show you guys what it is. And I'm getting rid of this here because a few people actually asked in the comments whether or not I was going to keep this. I'm definitely not going to keep this. the what is it? Wells in the default village wells, ugh, they're horrible. They're absolutely disgusting. We certainly were getting rid of it, and I've actually got a plan for that area there. Underneath this eventually, I want to build a few farms down underground here, so that we can hide our farms for when we go over to the next area, which is going to be super, super exciting. And a little bit of a side note as well while we're doing this, while I'm just digging away a bit of this stuff. I saw in the comments a few people saying, like, the Mushroom Island, oh no, it's grey and it's got mushrooms. I don't picture pirates around that. Now, the reason why I was talking about that, and I think not everyone knows just how crazy we do Minecraft sometimes. I will go ahead and change literally every one of those mycelium blocks if I had to over to grass. That's how dedicated we are to this place. And I'll do that in a heartbeat. You don't have to ask me twice. That's almost my problem that I just keep doing it. I think this is a spam map, so I'm just going to toss it. What is the stuff we have currently? I need to get some of these, those, and a few of these. And I also should get a few blank ones so that we can keep expanding onwards. So this is the plan now. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make a little bit of a floor in this place. And the reason why we need a bit of a floor is just so we know what we are going to be decorating about. And this is going to bring out the character of this village in general, what we're about to do here. Because this village is built around a hill, and it's going to eventually have, because of course the name, Spirit Wood, we're going to have to get some spirit trees in this place, and I think that's going to be the fun part about it. But today's not the tree day. It's the day for merging this into the mountain, and the hill. I really want this to look like it's built into the hill. This already looks like it is. It actually is built into the hill, the library. Maybe it'll be better from this view here. Yes, perfect. So it goes into the hill. We'll have some stuff holding this wall up and coming down this way. I think it's going to look awesome. And you can see it's just in a big circle around here. It's going to look magnificent. There we have it. A little bit more cleared out. And by the way, the plan for the well will be going out a little bit further that way. I don't want to do it right where it stood. I think it's a bit of a very important place for what we are going to be doing here. And what it is I want to really get this shape going around the mountain. So as we're going around, I just want to feel like this whole hill is completely circular. Everything's built around it, and I want to get a real organic shape to it. So right now what I'm thinking is we need to make this wall look supported and decorated as well. So I think that will be our first port of call, even though I know we're not doing any burning stuff. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to go and get started on this wall. And I was thinking a good idea, and I've got a whole bunch of spruce slabs, but not spruce blocks. And it kind of hurts me a little bit when I do this, I know, but you know what, we'll do it anyway. So I was thinking what we could do is something maybe like this, and we could just go ahead and fill these bits in here like that. So we can slowly go up like that, and then start putting in a bit of a wall back here. Because we know there's nothing behind here, because everything behind here is actually library. And as I say, it's working really well for the library to just fill in there real nicely. There, look at that. Evidence. Librarian evidence. But yeah, enough of that. I'll just keep going with this, and we'll see what happens with it. I want to get rid of this. So if we put in something like that, and, I guess I suppose I can maybe do this. Let me try this out. If I put in one of these, and then I would have to put this down. I guess we can make this a drop down again. So if we do something like this and just slowly merge it in, and this is back to what I'm saying, those little things that you don't normally think about. They're not like completely the obvious thing, but this is what's going to pull this area together, I tell you now. It's going to all work together really, really well. But by the way, for people who were talking about my cool idea with the note blocks, if you guys are looking for a neat way of doing it, or just in general, just a cool way of using it, you know what? I was going to put a light over here, but I think I should move it up one. But if you guys were looking for a how to get them at least in your own world, or something along those lines, there is a very, very simple solution to your problem. And that is, I've got a tutorial video. So if you guys are looking for that, I'll link it. Remind me, if I forget, tell me, Jansey, you did not link it in the description. You lied to us all, and Thank you for the tutorial video. But yeah, that's down in the description, hopefully. So you guys will be able to get your hands on that and start putting your own blocks in the game, which it's actually surprisingly easy. Yeah, it's just a little bit of getting your head around. And by the way, sneaky trick, lighting will be hidden behind that for good. And I thought I'd give these a try, just for the sake of it. Could maybe just, I don't know what we could probably pull a block like this out here, or I could just slap a little hat on over here and call it done. Okay, so what could work here, and this actually is convenient right now, what this is we could perhaps go ahead and do something like this. And I might not continue it on from that because I want that to look like its own thing. But we could do something over here, there, and maybe switch over to a bit of this. And we can make it look as though this place is completely supported by a retaining wall. Like that, look at that. There. I know it looks really, really dirty. I completely understand it, but little by little, we'll cover up these places. I was wondering why that, look at this. This was one of the weirdest things. I just placed that. It just feels so foreign to see it go straight up like that, but I see why. It makes sense. It just is strange. Actually, that was not intended. That was not what I wanted. I thought those were slabs. Like that. There we go. Perfect. But yeah, besides that, just in general, by the way, thank you so much, guys. We have had the craziest 2 days so far. Because YouTube, the way YouTube works, right? What I see in my statistics is the past 2 days worth of evidence of what has happened on YouTube. You know, I can see the last 2 days of what videos have been doing well and what has been watched and all that sort of stuff. And it's been the 2 craziest days this year. Not of all time, but of this year in the past 2 days. So just think about that. That is absolutely nuts. At least for me. At least for me. In terms of that, in terms of subs and the numbers that I don't really look at very often. But when I do, it's kind of cool. These are things that I don't very, very often look at, and they're kind of neat in their own way. Are the like numbers, and the like numbers have been absolutely crazy as well. Just to top it all off, just everything's been absolutely nuts around the channel recently, and you guys are to thank or to blame, and I think it's to thank. So thank you so much, guys. It's been absolutely nuts, and honestly, I'm absolutely loving this this current world and the current pace we're going at it, and the daily episodes. Oh man, we had 2 episodes yesterday. How crazy is that? Not of this, well, 2 videos. I lie a little bit. 2 videos yesterday, and I can see I've kind of blocked myself in. Excuse the Minecraft pun. Actually, I've got to go one more back, do I? But what I've done very sillily, I don't know how I would say it, but I don't have any ender pearls to get out of here either. I need to do that because I can't actually do this from another angle. So I need to put that over there if I want to texture in with these. So let's just go there, and hopefully I will not forget about that. Yeah, so if I want to do these, I have to place them from the inside, which is all right. I'll do that. That's not a big deal. And I guess I should probably just put them in here. Did not mean to do that. I'll fix that one up. And that one can stay like that. We'll put some plants in there, and then we will also go ahead and I guess just... we'll fill it in over here. We'll fill this in a little bit more like that. Wonderful. So what I want to do now is I want to go ahead. Actually, that is looking fantastic. I want to go ahead and put some leaves in here, and I want to slowly merge this in, and we can connect what we just did in between the 2 episodes to what we have got over here. Oh, it is coming together. Look at this. So we'll walk from here. This is a point we don't normally walk from. But going down here, we've got one way this way. And here it's a bit more familiar. Coming up over here and going down over there. Feels really good. Feels really organic walking through there, like a little alleyway. And look at this. Just take that in. I think that's looking really, really good there. And I want to just go up a little bit where we started from when we started this bit of the project. And have a look at that right there. Now, maybe you can help me. I'm not so sure what we put on this side. I want to put something up there, but I'm not so sure what I want to do up there. Maybe like a light or something of some sorts. But by the way, I think I might move those farmlands a little bit. I do want to do something with them. Like I'm not so sure if I want to keep a particular type of farmland there. Definitely want to improve them, but I don't know with what yet. But it's all right. That's for the future. I think it is. I think it is. Let me go and check. Actually, wait. Clean up my blocks. If it is. Ah, oh, come on. You could have. Why don't you become a librarian? That's all I want. Is that too much to ask, please? But either way, I think, actually, there's one thing I do want to put in here. I have a hunch that this could look cool now that we have him. We can go around here, and it's still not the librarian. Okay, cool. Turns out we don't have it. I wanted to put a pumpkin there. It turns out I don't have a pumpkin. I heard someone taking a bit of damage. Must have been you. But that's all right. You know what? We will go ahead and call that an episode there, guys. I hope you have enjoyed it. I hope you've got some insight into what this future is looking like. Tell me what you think about that big island idea, that we just have everything building up to one massive, awesome island with a whole bunch of different things, kind of like a whole adventure in an island, pretty much. Nice and compact. But that is us for today, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have enjoyed a little bit of a different episode, and I will see you very shortly.